Hey folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is Young Hellboy Issue 4, The Hidden Land by Dark Horse Comics. Now there are fights, a big bat monster, a big monkey monster, bugs, snakes, rat monsters, fighting, blood, fangs, weapons, and magic in this one. So if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Alright, so as always now, the names of the team will be up here on screen. Although for what I remember, I think it's the same team on every issue of this mini-series. The story is by Mike Mignola and I think Thomas over here as well, from what I remember. So yes, the same team. So it's been it's been a long while since I read issue 3 of this series. I published the video about issue 3 last April of last year. Yeah, as you can see, I've been lazy with my reading. Finally getting back to it. I looked for something to read today and I was like, I want to finish this series. So yes, I'm finally back to it. I'm going to complete it. And it's good. It's good to be back to it. I mean, it is just a little mini-series. Alright, so let's get into the story. Now, if you want to find out what happened in issue 3, you can find my video. I'll link it in the end of... in the end of the video, I'll link it in the little square thing. So you can see what happened last time. Alright, so when we left off, I will say this, Scarlet, which is the big monkey lady. Yeah, so Scarlet got badly injured by Vespera, by the Vampire Queen. And it looks like she's doomed. Vespera now has way more power thanks to her blood. And she's going out of the cave where they're fighting. She wants to use her powers in order to bring... So the whole land, by the way, I only found out today apparently in the third video, of the third issue, I accidentally said island and not land. But never mind. Anyway, the whole land, the people of the monkey people, what they did is back then when Vespera was rising, in her power, when they put her into her rest, so she wouldn't get out, they transported the whole island away from, into a different realm. So even if she did get out, she wouldn't be able to immediately, go out into the world. So now she's going to use her powers, thanks to the blood from Scarlet, in order to bring the land back. So as she's doing that, Hellboy and the professor and some other monkeys are there with her, with Scarlet. Things don't look good. Now back in the little village with the monkey people, I'm gonna leave here on screen what they're called. I always forget and I don't know how to pronounce that anyway. Well, one monkey, the monkeys are there, and the shaman monkey, he's sitting, I think, meditating, and suddenly in the smoke from, I think, the lantern or fire he has there, it suddenly shows Vespera and Scarlet fighting. So he alerts some more monkeys, and they all go into another cave and start to perform. Can't speak today. They start to They start to do a ritual. A ritual to, I think, also heal Scarlet and give her more power. They start chanting something. While they're doing that, Vespera goes out. She's on top of the I guess little mountain where they are in the cave-in, where under there is the cave. And Hellboy and the professor and the other monkeys are like, what do we do? Hellboy's like, Professor, you have to do something. You have to help Scarlet. Professor checks her wounds, but they are very deep. He doesn't know what he can do. The monkeys continue to... all these things are happening at once. The monkeys continue to do their ritual. Hellboy and the professor and the other monkeys are cornered by Vespera's minions. Snakes, rats, bugs, like here on the cover. And things seem very bleak. But then finally the monkey's ritual succeeds. And suddenly Scarlet wakes up. But now she's this spirit, now this monkey spirit. She's in her monkey form, and now she's even bigger. She's almost as big as Vespera now, and also much more powerful now. So she goes off to find Vespera. Meanwhile, Hellboy and the professor... while this is happening, Hellboy and the professor are fighting the bugs with the monkeys together. They're all fighting the bugs and rats. Scarlet goes out and starts fighting Vespera and manages to defeat her, at least for now. At least for now, Vespera is defeated. We also... yes, this is all wrapped up with Hellboy telling the other monkey children what happened, with another monkey with him. Now, Vespera is not dead, but they have managed to defeat her for now. Scarlet throws her off the cliff, but some of her minions gather her. And I guess they take her back to where her tomb is. But for now, she is at least defeated. But who knows, she might come back in the future. Scarlet turns back. Hellboy, so covering his eyes, gives her clothes back. And we're now at the village where Hellboy's telling the children. The professor and Scarlet are talking amongst themselves. How well Hellboy fits into, with the other monkey children. And it's a shame that they have to leave. Now, in order to keep to continue to keep the island a secret, and also the professor tells her, I have a feeling my Hellboy has a different path in his life. Ooh, boy, the professor was sure right about that one. So now that's it. It's unfortunately time to say goodbye. Although Scarlet did enjoy having new company, she's... the more I thought about it, as I read even the first issue, she's never going to leave the island, essentially. I don't know if she's... I don't think she's immortal. I'm pretty sure she's not, but... fuck, who knows? I mean, it's not exactly a normal land, is it? But yeah, I guess she'll forever stay there now. She can't, I don't think she'll leave. Which is in a way a bit sad. Anyway, the professor calls Hellboy, and he tells him they have to leave, and the land must be kept a secret. So the monkey shaman has prepared, I guess, another ritual, and he's starting to perform it. Hellboy asks, is it going to hurt? That they have to leave. And they can't stay a bit longer, and he says how much he enjoyed this adventure. So then the ritual starts to work. There's some smoke from the bowl that the shaman's mixing. And Scarlet tells Hellboy, you still have a life to live, Hellboy. You have your place is not on this island. And also she tells him, I'm going to remember this for the rest, for both of us. Oh, and before that, when they called Hellboy to them, he said, but you know what all the monkey children are going to do without me telling them stories about Lobster Johnson and mummies. And then Scarlet's like, don't worry, they'll survive. And hey, someday they'll tell stories about you. So I wonder if they did. If we go to Hellboy as an adult, there's some monkeys of these people just sitting there and talking about Hellboy. I wish we'd see like a snippet of that. That would be awesome. But yes, that's it. The ritual has been done, and both Hellboy and the Professor wake up on the little lifeboat. What this ritual done is it's erasing their memory of the past few days forever. So the last thing they remember is the plane they were on in the beginning crashing. So they're confused, you know. They just feel it. There's that little sliver in their head. There's a memory there. They're trying to grasp it, but the harder they try, the more it disappears. But luckily, a fisherman boat finds them. A fisher? Well, a big boat. I don't know if it's one for fish. But anyway, a boat finds them. They get rescued. This dad with his son, gather them into their ship. They give them blankets. And I assume they're going to take them away now back to civilization. Oh, and the little boy with the man in the ship, he gives Hellboy a comic. I think it might be the one that he had in the beginning, if I'm not mistaken. You know, and that's it. And now they're just, they're sitting there. So yeah, they're sitting in the boat, and it zooms away, and that's it. The end. The end of that adventure. Oh wait, let me just. There's a sentence in the end, and let me just look for it really quickly. Come on. Oh yeah, what was it? Oh yeah. Yeah, so the memory disappears as if it's never been there at all. That's the closing sentence. So yes, this has been a very fun adventure with the Professor and Hellboy. It was really nice to see their dynamic when Hellboy was a little child. Oops, sorry. Yeah, like I said in the last part, so I love this dynamic. It's very sweet, I think. And I mean, hell, if they're gonna post more of if they're gonna release more stories like these, I'm gonna be totally ecstatic, and I'm going to be all over it. All right, let's show you a few pages of the art. Now this is still very new, so I can't show a lot. Oops, I got confused. We start with the monkeys. So you can see. Yeah, this is the part where he sees the Scarlet fighting Vespera. So he goes to the monkeys. And I got a bit confused with that one. My bad. And that's it. This is all I can show you. So you see Hellboy, the Professor. The art, like in the rest of these, is good. But you see some places it could have been a bit better. Like here, where is Hellboy's nose? He's quite close to us. We should be able to see at least a line of his nose. There's Vespera. Over there. And there she's climbing up top to start using her powers to bring the island back. So yeah, good art. Kind of wish Manoa drew inside, but he did make this cover. I think there might have been a variant, I'm not sure. As you know, variants are not something I look into. So yes, this has been a very fun adventure, even though it... and in between the issue before the last one, it took me like, 6 months? Oh yeah, I'm very happy I got this one and read this little mini-series. It's a lot of fun, and I like Scarlet. I guess we'd never see her after that. I think Czech back then, and she is a fictional character. She wasn't in, I think she was, from what I remember from my search, she's specifically, I think, was made for this. Or maybe she's based on someone. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it was cool. Alright, that's one of my more shorter videos on a comic lately. Alright, folks, so let me know. Have you read this series? What did you think about it? Did you enjoy it? What did you think about the art? Man, this is so cool right here. Alright, and that is it. Now remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!